Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, we're back, and I'm going to give you some insight on your lifestyle because that's how I became so successful. I want you to focus on you, okay? Focus on you. That is the title, that is the main topic. Focus on you. Forget about what's going on in the news. Forget about what everybody else has on, what type of car everybody else is driving. Forget about what he said and she said about you. Forget about the pandemic. Forget about wearing that mask. But if you're out there in public and they tell you to wear a mask and inside of a facility or whatever, a grocery store, of course. But you can have stuff ordered to your house now. So I wouldn't even go out. But I do know how important people want to just pick their own vegetables and stuff like that. It makes sense, yeah. If you don't want them to know who house they're delivering it to, then send it. Have them send it, and your profile is not even like, it doesn't even show a face, or change your face to make it look like it's a person that they wouldn't bother. I don't know. You be creative. But I want you to forget about what everyone else has and focus on what you have. You may want something that you're interested in that someone else has, or maybe someone else, or maybe something that someone else may have witnessed also, or something you just have witnessed just in general. I would definitely leave everything aside. Don't focus on anything. Focus on yourself. Okay, so by me being brought up, and I haven't had, much money when I was growing up, but I made the best of what I had. And no matter where I went, I made my clothes look presentable. I made sure that whenever I was eating something, that I made sure that I had enough to eat the best way that I could. And then as I got older, I started to see how the people that I looked up to, I started to witness their lifestyle, and I wanted to be just like that. So it's okay to look at someone else and like what they have and want what they have. It's okay to do that, because that's the whole purpose for someone bettering themselves. They took the focus off of something else and made sure that was their focus. Now, some people have families or friends or whatever, or whoever, to help give them these things, but you can get that for yourself also. Not to mention, but I'm going to mention, that someone can also just give you that just as well as the next person. So don't think that you can't have what you want and you see someone else with it. You can have it also, because either they got it on their own or someone gave it to them. And guess what? That means either you can get it on your own or someone's going to give it to you. That is the thing. So I have on a thermal from Walmart. I have on this chain I got from, this necklace from, I believe, a thrift store. I've got on an entire Walmart apparel. Okay, my whole attire is from Walmart. I'm not kidding. I know what looks presentable. Okay, when I'm out there in public, it looks like regular clothes, but it doesn't look like crappy clothes. It doesn't look like it's dirty. It's not dirty. I don't smell. I have good hygiene. I take care of myself. I present myself well. You can walk like $1 million. You can talk like $1 million and not have $1 million. Okay? And if you do have $1 million, you can still act like $1 million. You don't have to act anything like you're not worth anything, because you are worth something. You're alive, first of all. That's worth. Okay? And then second of all, whenever you put yourself at your best interest of receiving an abundance prosperity and for miracles to happen, you are the miracle. But more miracles will attract you because people on the outside who are looking for someone just like you are going to acknowledge you and see it and want to help you. Okay? But once you start to put your foot down and say, hey, I'm going to make sure that I look presentable with whatever I have, whatever type of knowledge I have in my head, I'm going to use that to the best of my advantage. However I speak, I'm going to use that to the best of my advantage. However I dress, however I carry myself, I smell, whatever, I'm going to use that to the best of my advantage so that when someone leaves me, they have something good to say. And that's why people like to consider me being sweet, kind, and generous, because I've always had that within me when I was a little boy. And here I am, a grown man, I'm 28 years old, and I am able to have the same godlike personality. And a godlike personality is a good personality. And that attracts other good people. And if you don't know, who else will be able to know if you don't? You know, you want to know for yourself. And you know what? Someone will know even if you don't know. But you will find out. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you put a image out there for yourself and you allow other people to draw from that energy. So when you step out there in public, someone else is going to read that energy from a distance without you even having a conversation, because it's your energy when you walk. People can tell by the amount of pressure you put when you walk. Whenever you walk, if it's light, people can sense that. If it's heavy, people can sense that. And when people sense something heavy, they sense something like, whoa, watch out, you know? But some people have a heavy presence for a different reason, and some people have a heavy presence for another reason. So it's better for you to acknowledge yourself, and you don't have to have all the money in the world. You don't have to have, you know, a Mercedes Benz or anything. I was on a bicycle, and people thought that I was living in a suburb area, and I was living in the projects. I was living in the housing authority. I was even riding a bicycle, and people thought that I was living in a suburb area, and I was at a shelter by myself because I carried myself the right way, and I knew how important and how valuable I was no matter what. Another thing I'm saying is that whenever you step out there in public or just by being yourself, know that you are one of a kind. Know that no one else is like you. Do know that. Know that no one else is going to be able to present themselves like you. So be the best that you can be, presenting yourself in the most highest fashion that you can with what you have. What you have is now fashion. Whatever you have is fashion. Have something that is more solid, something that's neutral, something that's classic but not over the top, something that's very neutral, you know, very normal, not boring, but something normal, like, oh, you can wear this, you know, and coordinate with this, you know, not anything majorly bright, not anything with a whole bunch of words and logos on it. Wear something that's neutral and then carry yourself in a nice neutral way, and people will see how bright you are naturally, because whenever the time comes and someone enlightens you or you get excited about something, they would see that. But your clothes is not going to be making more of a statement than you, because you want to be neutral. Once you're neutral and your clothes are neutral, people want to see more. You see, when you wear something really bright, and it's just all over, you know, your personality can be saying something else totally different. And your presence and your aura will be read from another person, even if they don't understand the presence and the auras about reading them. People read them every single day. So forget about the pandemic. Forget about wearing a mask. Wear a mask when it's time to wear a mask. But that can cause someone to just like think about it all day, every day, you know. Forget about what's going on the news. Forget about what such and such has and what people say. Just know that you are the creator of your own self. You're the creator of your own image. And whenever you feel like you don't have something and you start to feel a little bit, you know, worried about, you know, I wonder when am I ever going to get it, always tell yourself, I've got it right now. I can step outside right now with what I have on and look presentable and shut everything down. I can. I'm going to look good regardless. That's what you tell yourself. Say, I'm going to look good regardless. I don't care what anybody say. I know I look good. I know I carry myself good. I know how to respect people. People know I'm respectful. People know that I know how to treat people. People know that I love others and I care about myself. People know that I'm not a problem maker. People know that I'm not trying to harm anyone. People know I don't have that desire in my heart. People know that. And you tell yourself that over and over again. So when you step out there and you see someone at the grocery store and they have a nice car and you probably walked to the store or rode a bicycle or caught a lift or got off the bus or something like that, do know that when you walked to that bus or rode your bike or walked up that street, do know that by the time you walked from your house or wherever you were to wherever location you're going, do know you're valuable going all the way there. And know that you're going to be valuable coming all the way back. When you're in the grocery store or you're in a convenience store and you're buying something, you see someone else have a lot of nice things on and they look really good. You say, wow, that person does look really good, you know? And you don't have to be, you know, jealous or anything like that. You know that you look good. You know that you are valuable. You know that that person hasn't even explained themselves to you yet. You don't even know what that person is all about, you know? Those things can be just cover-ups. And if it's not, you still don't know where that person's heart is at. And you don't know the state of mind. You see, what you have could be saving them. And what they have could be saving you. So that's why I said you never know who's valuable, but do know that you are valuable. And you can make it anywhere. So forget about the pandemic. Forget about what they're saying on the news. Forget about the nice car you've seen someone else have. Just know whatever you like of another person that they have, you have. You can go get it too. Either you're going to get it by yourself or somebody's going to give it to you. Because that person or whoever you saw with whatever it was, either they got it on their own or someone gave it to them. And the same thing can happen to you. Take care.